Hello and welcome back to yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Local Chronicles. Where last week I went for the final locals of the past format with Fiendsmith Ubel, thinking that it was going to be the last hurrah I'd actually have to test it out before Fiendsmith got hit on the Forbidden Unlimited list that night. I was wrong because Ubel Fiendsmith is still at full power, except kind of. I mean, it's 98% full power. If we had at least two or Phantom back at three, it'd be full power. But even as it stands, it is, full power. Now, I have made, again, some changes to the deck. I'm now, of course, playing the Necroquip Princess. And I made quite a few little changes. The deck list is still 40. I don't see a point in increasing it, just adding, 5 extra cards. So that's what I've opted for. But yeah, I'm going for first place yet again because, I got third last week with this list with a 2-1 victory. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how things go this week. Like I said, I'm not going to stop until I get first place. But maybe next week I'll bring Blue Eyes Fiendsmith. But we will see on that front. Again, like last week, for me yesterday, I was at the gym. I got some footage. So enjoy that footage. It'll also include the breakdown of my full workout because I had done 50 minutes. Of it yesterday. I added in some new things that we had learned from the Tuesday, that when I was there with the course. So yeah, enjoy the vlog footage. Hopefully I'll have it with sound this time. I don't know why CapCut removed the sound from me last week. I thought that was very frustrating, but it was too late by the time I went out for me to actually go fix it. So yeah, I'll hopefully have sound playing this time. But anyway, enjoy the vlog footage. Okay, so I bought 4 packs of Stampede, hoping to pull the 3rd engraver. Let's see how I do. Starting off with SP Girl, a OT Evil Hero Dusted Gold, nice, and a Plat Castiel, the Sky Monarch, Sky Blast Musketeer, a Secret Rare Cyber Dragon Infinity, and lastly, an Ash Blossom. I'll take it, even though it's the ugly feet Ash.
Moving on to pack number 2. Let's see what I can get. So, left arm offering, a Plat Evilsaur Lagia, nice. A Salamangreat Raging Phoenix Secret Rare. A Holo Upgrade for Super Dreadnought Rail King Gustav Max for in case they decide to bring back the trains. And lastly, a Ultra Rare Dark Magicians. So, only trade bait from that pack. Then the second to last pack here. Let's see what we got. Got Lullaby of Obedience. A QCR Called by the Grave Alt Art. Hello. As much as I don't like this art, fact that I pulled a QC, I'm happy enough. Then we have Atlantean Heavy Infantry. I know someone who will want that. Oh, yes! A rarity upgrade for DDD Wave High King Caesar. Plat Rare. Nice. And then lastly, a Ultra Pantera, which I already have. So I will leave the call by up front. And last pack, Magic. Can I get the third engraver? Let us see. We have this thing. We have a QCR Red Eyes Black Dragon. Nice, nice. Second QC. Then we have the Goaty of the Deep Beyond. We have a Metaphys Drytron. And lastly, another Dusted Gold. So 2 QCRs in the 4 packs. Some rarity bumps, I suppose, but I guess I'll have to buy the Fenrir on, or not the Fenrir, the engraver online. Right, let's see what I can get from the entry. Another Samurai Destroyer. And let's see. And another Moon. Oh well.
Round 1, I'm paired up against Austin, and I won the die roll and opted to go first. And I basically went full Fiendsmith combo, including the getting to Caesar. Now, the issue is as soon as I passed turn to Austin, completely forgot to make Phantom. And that was probably my downfall, because Austin quickly picked apart my board and took down game 1. And then in game 2, again, I opt to go first, do full combo, even making sure that I made Phantom, and I get evenly matched. And he takes it down. Yeah, that's how we're starting today. Because I have 3 of these 3 out of 4 duels filmed, one of these is going to have to be on the very little audio, and round 1 it is. So enjoy the rest of my stupidity and then my inevitable downfall. 2, I'm paired with Kieran yet again, which seems like the last 3 locals I'm getting paired with in round 2, just like I keep getting paired with Austin round 1. I win the die roll and opt to go first and proceed to do full Fiendsmith New Belt combo, ending on Phantom, Desiree, Wave Hiking Caesar, and Samsara D Lotus. My opponent draws for turn, and it's here that I misplay hard, and it's because I got confused. Let me explain. So my opponent tries to imperm Desiree, which he can't, so he does it on Phantom instead, and because I wasn't paying attention properly, his next move was to activate Book of Eclipse, which I could have negated with Desiree, but unfortunately, as I said, I wasn't paying attention, so I let it go through, forgetting that Desiree can negate it. In my defense, this is my second locals playing Fiendsmith, so I'm still learning how it works. My opponent would then go full combo, wiping my board, as yet again I'm facing Raziel Mitsuguri, and I scoop to go to game 2. Game 2 I opt to go first yet again. I start by sending Engraver to attract, but then get hit with a Droll and Cockbird, which kills the rest of my momentum, as my hand is Escape of the Unchained, Nightmare Pain, Fiendsmith Tract that I just added, Opening of the Spirit Gates, and Dimensional Barrier, so all I can do is set one and pass back to my opponent. Kevin James draws for turn and special summons Ectraziel in defense, and I chain Barrier Call XC, which hurts him, and all he can do is summon a bunch of Raziel monsters and nearly go for game, which me waiting for the summon and forgetting to use it in the standby helped because we were chatting away, so I managed to live a turn. I draw for turn and proceed to do full combo, ending on Desiree and Wave Hiking Caesar,
but no Phantom for some reason. I enter battle, deal some damage, then in main phase 2, I set one and pass. My opponent draws for turn, and in standby, I barrier him again, call XC, and we go to game 3. My opponent goes first in game 3 and does full combo since I didn't open any hand traps, and ends on the usual Razio Mitsukuri M board, which when it's my turn I try to get my guys to do something, but he keeps having answers, so I scoop when I run out of memento, and that's that. Which means I'm now going into round 3 with an 0-2 record. Round 3 I'm paired with a Dirvin Aaron, I lost the die roll and I made go second. Aaron starts for turn and normal summon Sage with Eyes of Blue, which I already knew from talking to him last week that he was on Blue Eyes Orchest, which is an interesting version. I Imperm Sage, then links into Spirit with Eyes of Blue and adds the field spell to hand, which he then activates using its effect to target Spirit with Eyes of Blue, which because I'm playing Yubel, I have to specify that it's Spirit with Eyes of Blue since I play Spirit of Yubel, which doesn't get confusing at all. Sending Blue Eyes to grave and using Spirit with Eyes of Blue's effect to tribute itself to special summon Blue Eyes from grave in defense and pass his turn. I draw for turn and start by activating Throne, search Samsara to hand. Next I normal summon Dark Beckoning, add Opening to hand, activate Opening, add Chaos Summoning to hand. Next I activate Pain and I activate Track, adding Lurie, pitching Lurie, special summon Lurie from grave, then link into Requiem, but before I can activate its effect, my opponent imperms it. From here I use Dark Beckoning's extra normal summon to normal summon Samsara D, which I tribute to special summon Spirit, and add a second Pain to hand, just in case the one on field gets popped. Next I special summon Gruesome, pop Spirit, Spirit specials Yubel, then Throne, special summons Terra Incarnate. After that I link Gruesome and Requiem into Yama, adding Shavara to hand. I then link Yama and Terror into Moon. Next I pop Yubel with Shavara, which brings back Terror since Yubel was destroyed, which I then link Moon and Terror into Sequence, use its effect to shuffle back 2 Fiends and make the Duke, which I then overlay the Duke and Shavara to make Wave High King Caesar. From here I banish Gruesome, special summon Spirit, then I shuffle Yubel and Terror to make Phantom. I activate the second Pain since I can't use the first one, being in the Imperm column, pop Chaos Summoning in hand to add Yubel. Next I use Opening second effect, pitching Yubel, adding and special summoning Yubel, and then I overlay into Veritas. Next I link Sequence and Dark Beckoning into SP and banish Blue Eyes and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn and tries to activate Wishes, which I negate with Veritas, and then he normal summons Girsu and tries to use its effect, but I chain Phantom to pop itself to pop Spirit in deck, which special summons Yubel, but I don't use Throne for some reason, which could have netted me Spirit. My opponent is then forced to attack me and passes back to me. I draw for turn, make some plays, one of which might be a misplay, as I took SP, Ubel, and Terror and linked into Unchained Abomination, and go for game. Because this video is late as is, I'm going to breeze through games 2 and 3. Game 2 I lost because after he done a good bit of Blue Eyes plays, and with me banishing his maiden with Druid's Worm, he made SP with which banished my Druidess because it was made with Link Spider. And I had two choices. I could either normal summon Dark Beckoning and hope to go from there, or normal summon Lacrima and hope to go from there. I summon Dark Beckoning and SP banishes it, so I scoop and go to game 3. Game 3, however, was very scuffed as I opened okay, and my opponent afterwards told me he opened 5 hand traps. And so I had a scuffed end board, and my opponent just couldn't draw an engine piece to save his life. So I eventually took down game 3, meaning going into the final round, I'm 1 win and 2 losses.
Okay, round 4. I'm paired up against somebody new, who I didn't film for the strict purpose being that they were there last week, but they didn't play. But this was the very first locals that they played at. So I didn't want to immediately shove a camera in their face. If you're wondering why I'm looking down, is because I'm dealing with some cards that I pulled or bought that I want to add in to my deck, So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, it's he was playing Blue Eyes. He's playing because he bought one structure deck last week, and then he bought a third, another 2 structure decks today. So he's still pretty new to the game, and it was a 2-0. Granted, it wasn't like a quick 2-0, because game 2, it kind of dragged out of it because I couldn't really do anything, and neither could he. So it was just a case of who can get to plays first, and then I ended up taking it down because whilst going into this sequence, he impermed me, and so I could and I had like Veritas on field at this point, and so. But eventually I managed to, get sequence back online, and I did the full combo, most of a combo anyway, and then I killed him essentially. So that means I have come out with a 2-2 record yet again, and this time I came 4th. So yeah, honestly, I had another great time at locals. It was very learning experience as always, except for the fact that rounds 1 and 2 I got paired up against Raziel. Basically, literally the same deck, Raziel, Mitsuguri. well, in Austin's case, it was Razio Mitsuki Sharks, which was not fun to say the least. But hey, at least I actually didn't die within the first 15 minutes, like I sometimes do and have in the past. So yeah, that is going to wrap us up. There is going to be locals next week for Easter, which is, I thought, because it being, a bank holiday weekend, normally Tony, the store owner, closes down on the Sunday but then opens on the Monday. But no, it's definitely happening next weekend, which I am looking forward to. I will be probably going the Blue Eyes Fiendsmith route. Even though I've only brought you Bell back 2 weeks in a row, I'll give Blue Eyes another shot, because I never really performed too well with Blue Eyes, to be completely honest, which is why I dropped it so quick. But yeah, that is going to wrap this video up. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you all on the very next upload, which is going to be a deck profile. So I'll see you all next time.